So I do want to jump to SmartPlans because, again, what I want to reiterate is the fact that these are online leads. They're much further up in the funnel. People may just be browsing. So you do have to be more deliberate about reaching out to them and being in touch with them to try to start to generate that two-way conversation with folks. And so a lot of the way that a lot of folks do this is through SmartPlans. If you're back in command, right, and right here, this fourth icon down is SmartPlans. And when you come to SmartPlans, there are two sections here. There's My SmartPlans, which are the SmartPlans that you have pulled into your account. And then there's the library, which is a library of literally thousands of SmartPlans that you can pull from and leverage, right? Fantastic resource. What's the double-edged sword of the library? There are thousands of SmartPlans to choose from. So which ones do you choose from? If you search here for Facebook lead follow-up, you'll see a bunch of SmartPlans that come up, and you guys can certainly do that and choose whichever you like. Tyler Shields, who we mentioned before, he has written some SmartPlans as well for Facebook follow-up, Facebook lead follow-up, excuse me. And you can search by author name, so you can put Tyler Shields in here, and that will just pull the SmartPlans that he's written. I've actually taken the ones that he wrote and I modified it a little bit. And so that's the one that I want to share with you guys. And if you use the if you're going to use a SmartPlan from the library, what you have to do is you have to go to the library and then you have to pull that SmartPlan into your account. And we'll show you how to do that right now. So I'm just going to search for me. And there are two out here: paid ad listing lead follow-up, and then paid ad listing lead follow-up requires Twilio. The only difference between these two, I'll explain, and if you hover here, you'll see exactly what these two SmartPlans are. But basically what this SmartPlan is doing is it is contacting a lead that comes in, or it's either contacting or setting up a task for you to contact a lead that comes in 3 times a day for the first 5 days after that lead comes in. And it sets up, the first one on the left sets up a task for you to call the person. It sets up a task for you to text the person, and then it does send an automated email. If you have Twilio, and we'll send some resources for you to be able to connect to Twilio if that's what you choose to use, because Twilio will send automated texts. If you have Twilio, you'd want to use this one over here. What this will do is it will set up a task for you to call. It will send an automated text through Twilio, and it will send an automated email out of your account. And so 3 of those a day for the first 5 days. These leads are so far up the funnel that that's actually the kind of communication that you need to be in with in order to hopefully start to generate the two-way communication. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to pull this one over here, right, which is setting up the tasks as opposed to automated Twilio. The messages in the task setup versus the Twilio setup are exactly the same. So the only difference is this SmartPlan to the right will use Twilio to send text messages out. This one over here will set up a task for you to actually text the person. Okay, so I'm going to add this SmartPlan. And this is the way you pull the SmartPlan into your account. Remember, library, you can search by my name, take this, add SmartPlan. You download that, and I already have this one in my library. If you didn't, it would download into your library. So I'm going to go back over here, okay, and you'll see right here, this is the paid ad listing lead follow-up, okay? So this is the one that you would have just downloaded. The thing that you absolutely want to do is there's some updates that you need to make within this SmartPlan before you make use of it. And if you go over here to the pencil icon, that's how you edit the SmartPlan. No worries, Amelia. Cool. We'll send the recording out. So this will take you through everything that's in the SmartPlan and every action that's going to take. Okay. What I would suggest, and not what I would suggest, what you really have to do is I would make this particular SmartPlan, especially if you're putting out a specific listing, to be specific to that listing. So update this listing, for example, with 23257 Sherwood Place, right? Because this is set up to be very generic, so anybody can pull it down and then make use of it, but there's some updates that you should make in here. So you know that this campaign's for that. You'll look down, you'll see listing advertised, and this is just the task name. So it's for that listing. I would update here. You're going to want to put your name in here. This is going to be the task description, which in this case, this is saying you send a text. What you can do is you can just copy and paste this text into the text that you're sending if you're doing it manually. Again, if this is set up for Twilio, which the other smart plan is set up for Twilio, it will just send this, but you need to make sure that you update this with your name before you put somebody on this. Otherwise, it'll say, hi, Cameron, hi, Dan, this is your name at kellerwilliams.com. That's the text that's going to go out, right? So you want to make sure that you update that with your name. And you want to go through every one of these messages and you'll see your name, neighborhood, street name, right? These are all specific to a listing, street address. You're going to want to substitute your phone number and your email address, website URL, street name. You just want to make sure that you go through every one of these. There's none in here. Oh, sorry, your phone number and your email. Your name again. Your name. Your name and insight about the current market. Right, there's nothing there. Okay. Nothing there. Last email, so your phone number and your email. And then your name again. Again, there are basically 15 different messages within this, because remember, it's 3 messages a day for the first 5 days. You just want to make sure that you go through and substitute, make this very specific to you, right? So substitute in what is specific to you and what is specific to this listing. Once you do that, you need to click save, right? Because it doesn't auto save. So make sure you save that. And yeah, cool. Because I'd already gone through this. So when you save that, it'll save it as that smart plan. Okay? So this goes for 5 days. Just so you know, the very last event action, I should say, in this smart plan. Sorry about this. It's just a task to say, which basically is like, okay, well, this person's at the end of the smart plan. What do you want to do next, right? If anything, do you want to put them on a neighborhood nurture? Do you want to add them to a newsletter? Do you want to put them on some other 36 touch plan? It's just kind of like a prompt for you to decide what you want to do next with them. Okay.
Once they opt in by giving us their contact information, we're free to send them whatever for a given amount of time, right?
You are absolutely. Now, I honestly, Dan, some people are going to say, stop. They're going to get the first text, right? That's the type of leads these are, right? Some people are just going to say, stop annoying me, stop bothering me. You're going to have a bit of a, you have to have a backbone if you're dealing with these leads. Don't take it personally, right? This is for everybody. Some people are just going to say, stop doing it, right? In that case, you can go to their contact and take them off of the smart plan, and you should take them off the smart plan. The other thing that I would say is, as soon as you establish two-way communication, where you're actually having a conversation back and forth, you should also take them off the smart plan, because at that point, you're in a two-way conversation with them, and keep hitting them with these messages is just like, why do you keep sending these messages, right? We're already talking.
Gotcha.
So just something to keep in mind as well. Sound good?
I just wanted to say that the goal of these smart plans is to really filter out all the leads and really find the people that are actually interested, because you are going to get those clicks of someone who just wanted to see cool pictures of a listing and stuff like that. So the real goal of these is to filter out and actually find the people that are actually interested. And then also I wanted to mention too, if you are doing multiple ads for multiple listings, the easiest way to go about it is if you're making the smart plans custom for each listing, you can duplicate and make a copy of each smart plan and then edit it. And so it'll just make a duplicate copy of each one.
Yeah, so I'll go back here. I'll go discard changes, that's fine. So I had already done this once. That's this one right here, right? To Cameron's point, like once you have this in here, over here on the 3 dots, you can copy this smart plan, right, and use it and set it up for another listing. Make sense?
So it might be best to have like one templated
Template?
one that you have, and
Yeah.
then that you don't necessarily have anyone on, but that's like your template, and then you just keep
Yeah.
making copies of that and then switching it out with the correct listing.
True.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Either way, that works. It works either way for sure. So again, remember when we were setting up the ad, you could pick a smart plan. Ideally, you actually set up the smart plan that you're going to use before you go into ad creation. But because we now have the capability to, if you didn't do it, because we now have the capability to edit an ad once it's been created. Let me jump here. Sorry.
Oh wow, I didn't even think about this.
Right. So here's the ad, right? I can edit the program. I can jump down here. That's the one. Pick the smart plan, save. Oh man, that's my bad.
Maybe it has to be approved before you can edit it.
Oh, that's probably yeah, it is because it's in pending.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. That's right. It's in pending because they're going through the approval process. But you could come back here and add that. I would suggest though that the better course is if you're going to put put them on a smart plan right away, that you go through that process that we just went through to get the very specific smart plan for this listing ad, and then just add it when you're creating the ad in the first place. And now remember, what's happening is when you have that smart plan on this program, as soon as the ad comes in, they're getting placed on the smart plan. You don't have to put them on the smart plan if you have that set in the program. So just be aware of that. Sound good?